Coaching Crossroads. Emma Raducanu faces big decision ahead of Transylvania Open comeback. Emma Raducanu finds herself at a crucial crossroads as she prepares to return to competition at the Transylvania Open following her split with coach Francis Roig. With her comeback drawing closer, questions are growing about whether the British number one needs long-term stability or continued flexibility in her coaching setup. The decision could shape not only her immediate results, but also the direction of her career moving forward. Fans and analysts alike are watching closely, knowing that the right guidance at this stage could unlock Raducanu's full potential as she looks to rebuild momentum and confidence on the WTA Tour. Emma Raducanu stands at one of the most defining moments of her young career. As the tennis world turns its attention toward the Transylvania Open, anticipation is building, not just around her return to competitive action, but around a far more personal and pivotal question: who will guide her forward? The former U.S. Open champion is once again at a crossroads, balancing expectation, recovery, and long-term vision. While her talent has never been in doubt, Raducanu's coaching situation has remained a constant topic of debate, speculation, and scrutiny. Now, with a comeback imminent, the choice she makes could shape the next chapter of her career. A comeback filled with questions. The Transylvania Open represents more than just another tournament on the WTA calendar for Raducanu. It symbolizes renewal, an opportunity to regain momentum, confidence, and rhythm after a challenging stretch marked by injuries and inconsistent results. Yet as she prepares to step back onto the court, attention has shifted away from her forehand or serve and toward her support team. Coaching stability has been elusive for Raducanu since her historic U.S. Open triumph, and the revolving door of mentors has raised eyebrows across the tennis community. Fans are asking the same question: is this finally the moment Raducanu commits to a long-term vision? The weight of a historic breakthrough. Winning the U.S. Open at just 18 years old catapulted Raducanu into global stardom almost overnight. The fairy tale run, achieved without dropping a set expectations sky high, and perhaps unfairly so. With fame came pressure. Sponsors, media, and fans watched her every move. Every loss was magnified. Every coaching change sparked headlines. In that environment, finding consistency became a challenge not just on the court, but behind the scenes as well. Raducanu's journey since then has been about rediscovering balance between ambition and patience, freedom and structure. Why coaching matters now more than ever. At this stage of her career, Raducanu doesn't need reinvention. She needs direction. Tennis insiders have emphasized that her game still possesses all the tools required to succeed at the highest level: clean ball striking, athleticism, and exceptional court awareness. What's missing, many argue, is a steady guiding voice, someone who can help her navigate the grind of the tour while refining her tactical identity. The Transylvania Open, a smaller but competitive event, could provide the perfect environment to test not only her form, but also the effectiveness of her current setup. Short-term fix or long-term vision. One of the biggest debates surrounding Raducanu's coaching decisions is whether she should prioritize immediate comfort or long-term development. In the past, she has favored short-term arrangements, opting for flexibility and independence. While this approach has allowed her to maintain control over her career, critics argue that it may have hindered continuity and slowed her progress. A long-term partnership could bring tactical consistency, physical durability planning, mental resilience under pressure. But it also requires trust, patience, and time, luxuries that young stars under constant spotlight rarely feel they have. The mental side of the equation. Perhaps the most overlooked aspect of Raducanu's coaching dilemma is the psychological component. Elite tennis is as much mental as it is physical, and a stable coach-player relationship often serves as an emotional anchor during tough stretches. Raducanu has spoken in the past about the importance of feeling comfortable and understood within her team. That emotional connection could be the deciding factor as she weighs her options ahead of the Transylvania Open. The right coach, many believe, could help her block out external noise, rebuild match confidence. Conclusion: Emma Raducanu's return to the Transylvania Open is about more than a comeback. It's about clarity. Standing at a coaching crossroads, she faces a decision that could influence not only her immediate results, but her future in the sport. The tennis world will be watching closely, but ultimately, the choice is hers. Whether she opts for continuity, change, or something entirely new, one thing remains clear. Raducanu's talent, resilience, and determination ensure that her journey is far from over. As she steps back onto court, racket in hand and eyes forward, the next chapter awaits. One shaped not just by her shots, but by the guidance she chooses to trust. Emma Raducanu's upcoming return to the Transylvania Open comes at a pivotal moment in her career, following the split with longtime coach Francis Roig. The British #1 now faces one of the toughest decisions of her professional journey. Whether to continue with a familiar coaching approach, seek new guidance, or even adopt a more flexible, transitional setup. Each choice carries implications not only for her performance on the court, but also for her long-term growth and confidence. Raducanu's split with Roig has sparked intense discussion among fans, analysts, and tennis insiders. Roig's experience and tactical expertise were invaluable during her breakthrough moments, but Emma's need for independence and adaptation to elite competition may have prompted the change. At this juncture, stability could offer the reassurance necessary for her to perform at her best, while a fresh perspective might unlock untapped potential. The balance between trust, strategy, and innovation will be crucial. The Transylvania Open represents a first real test of her post-Roig era. Observers are keen to see how Raducanu navigates match pressures, adapts her game strategy, and maintains mental resilience without the familiar guidance she relied upon. Her choice of coaching setup could influence her ability to respond to high-pressure situations, handle tactical adjustments mid-match, and build momentum for the rest of the season. Beyond the technical aspects, this decision also impacts Raducanu's psychological readiness. The right coaching environment can instill confidence, minimize distractions, and foster consistency, elements essential for reclaiming top form on the WTA Tour. Fans will be watching not just the results, but the body language, attitude, and decision-making that indicate how well she has adapted to this new chapter. In the end, Emma Raducanu's Transylvania Open comeback is about more than match wins. It's about strategic choices, personal growth, and establishing a framework for sustained success. How she handles this coaching crossroads may define her trajectory in the coming years, making every decision both high stakes and highly fascinating for tennis enthusiasts worldwide. Tennis Fire, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time,